What's going on, guys? ¿Cómo están? Boys here. Welcome back to another video here on the channel. And yeah, we got a lot of transfer news to discuss today. Some very big news, some very bad news as well for Barcelona. So let's just get right into it. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to drop us a like and leave us a subscribe. I think that you already probably know how it goes here on YouTube, so I don't want to bore you with those details. But something that I do want to encourage you guys is to leave me your thoughts and opinions, especially on these situations. I'm very eager to hear what you have to say about De Ligt, about Rice, about Jovic. All of those different cases are very different, so I want to hear your opinions on it. Be sure to drop them down below. And one more thing before starting off this video, be sure to check out our friends at Golazo Jersey. Links are also going to be in the description down below. They are a very good place to get cheap, reliable, quality footballing kits, so go there and get yours. So the very first piece of news that we gotta discuss for today is gonna be very bad news for Barcelona, the very first of two, and that is Luka Jovic. Apparently Luka Jovic has signed, according to AS, you know, the Spanish paper that is heavily Madridista, suggesting that by 60 million Madrid is going to get the player, the Serbian international 20-year-old, the striker, the wonderful, the prospect from Eintracht Frankfurt. He's gonna go next summer. This is normally something which I wouldn't believe, especially at these stages of the season, but if AS is saying it, and then just a few days ago Mundo Deportivo is also saying it, which is a Barcelona pro paper in Spain, then I think there must be something to it. So at that stage, I thought this news was certainly going to be plausible and it was something that's probably going to happen. But then the chief director from Eintracht Frankfurt came up in German media saying that they haven't even received a single phone call from Real Madrid. And now I do not know what to think. Like, make up your mind, girl. I feel it's kind of like, you know, when a girl goes like, oh yeah, you're so funny, but just as a friend. You're, oh my god, amazing, I really love your company, but just as a friend. It's like, decide your mind, girl, come on. And in this time, decide your mind, Luka Jovic, not especially the player, but the media. Like, what is it going to be? At this stage, I'm going to tell you that you shouldn't really believe it. Let's wait for the season to end. I think that Jovic is certainly a player that interests Real Madrid a lot, because one of the biggest problems is goals. And if certainly they go for a player like Jovic, they're going to get that. And apparently also with Karim Benzema staying at the club, he may have a very good balance between those two players, a good interchange of play. In the case of Barcelona, this will be a very big miss certainly, because right now if he leaves, you know, and Barcelona had to take him out of his shortlist, who are we going to get? Who is another striker capable of playing in a similar role like a Luis Suarez at Barcelona? Timo Werner, perhaps a little bit too overpriced. Roberto Firmino will not leave Liverpool in the hell of the world. So what is gonna happen? Who are we gonna bring in? The next piece of news comes from Barcelona itself and comes from Jorge Mestre, our vice president. He's saying that all of those outlets saying that the signing of the league was confirmed, that was completed, no, they're fake. They're absolute trash. And this is a little bit worrying for, I believe, myself and many other Barcelona fans, because I think that we have been sold this idea that the league certainly wants to come to Barcelona, and I do believe that. I do believe that the player, honestly, he sees Barcelona as one of the main projects where he can develop his career. And very similarly to Frankie de Jong, he has said that he doesn't want his career to be jumping a tour of Europe, you know, a Euro trip. He just wants to stay at one place for a big amount of time and develop and get that game time that he deserves. So he knows that Barcelona might be his best decision and is in best interest for him and his family, certainly, but there's a very big obstacle right now, and this is what I probably believe Jorge Mestre is referring to, and that's why Barcelona are distancing himself from the league. And that obstacle is Mino Raiola. Mino Raiola, we all know him, he's the super agent. And the thing with Mino Raiola is that he certainly wants to look for the biggest cut possible, and he's probably even telling the league, oh, you know what, the league, just wait, Matthijs, let's wait, because you're gonna get to the Champions League final, your value is going to rise, and then I'm gonna have more money for my pocket. That's exactly what Raiola is doing, which is a little bit sickening, but in all due respect, he has, if he can do it, he's gonna do it. Like, who wouldn't, you know? And I know it's disgusting, guys, it's a sarcastic tone. Hopefully you have understood that, because I do not endorse what Raiola is doing in the slightest. But the thing here is that I may believe that the protocol that Barcelona is following may be the right one, because by distancing ourselves from the player, we're telling Raiola that we are not really that super interested on the player, although it's the worst kept secret in world football, am I right? So ultimately, I guess that this tactic can potentially work for Barcelona, but overall, we're gonna have to pay the big bucks. And the wild card, which I'm actually gonna say, I'm really confident that Barcelona are gonna get the league. The reason why I believe we are gonna get him, not because of his tactic, but because we got Bartomeu. And Bartomeu has said on several interviews that he actually has a good relationship with Raiola. So if in other clubs they may offer more money, Bartomeu shall come down to the ground, you know, touch ground and go and talk directly one-on-one with Raiola. And if Bartomeu seems to be a nice guy, like I hear in his interviews, then he might get something out of Raiola. You know, that might be a wild card. Like Bartomeu went to talk directly to the young and his family and people at Ajax. He shall do the same and do this very equally exacting thing for the league. So hopefully he can do that. Fingers crossed, and let's hope for the best. And now finally, you can stop commenting down below that, oh my god, this guy is a clickbaiter. But no, I'm not a clickbaiter. If you don't know it, this is Ludovic Reis. Barcelona are apparently going to get his signing for 8 million euros from Groningen or Groningen. I don't know how to pronounce it. If you're Dutch, tell me down below. But the thing is that this guy apparently seems to be the rightful heir to Sergio Busquets in that midfield. This is a move which I endorse, because what I've seen from him, which is not much, I won't say that I'm not the biggest super fan of Ludovic Reis. Well, first thing first, his name is amazing, absolute wonderful class name, but I haven't seen every single game of this guy. I haven't, so I cannot say too much. But from what I have seen, he looks very good, composed of the ball, he got rightful decisions, and he has a clear mind, which is what you need to play a CDM position in a club like Barcelona. In some of these reports, is saying that he's going to go directly into Barcelona B, with the time for a first team jump coming very, very soon. And this is kind of like a signing very similarly to the ones of Moussa Wagué and Jean-Claire Todibo, that kind of like young prospect that is actually very near to making that jump. They got the quality, they're not big renowned names, we actually got them relatively cheap. And if they got their time with a little bit of game time, they can certainly make that jump. And this is something which I have been saying time and time again, why Barcelona are not playing the style of football that we saw in the last seasons, because Barcelona are actually rebuilding. We're getting to this rebuilding project, and this generation of players, the ones we have currently on our first team, they're gonna die soon. I don't mean like properly die, but it's gonna be the end for them at Barcelona. And it's just something with time. It's a cycle, it's a circle of life, guys. You know, it's a circle of life, it's that. And we're gonna end up this era, and then people like Moussa Wagué, people like Ludovic Reis, people like Jean-Claire Todibo, they're gonna make that jump. That's why Barcelona are making these smart decisions. Because let's be honest, there are risks, because we don't know too much about these players. We see the quality. And by playing in Barcelona B, they can adjust to the style of Barcelona, the style of game that we play. And therefore the risk then becomes more minimal, because they actually do know the traits. Things with players playing at Barcelona is that you need to have a good, clear mind. You need to have the understanding of the game, which at a very young age, that is very difficult to find. The talents, the abilities, those can be developed by consistency and by game time. But the actual way of reading the game, that is kind of unique talents that you gain. Yes, a player has it or a player don't, you know? So these are smart bargains for Barcelona that I really like to see, and hopefully Ludovic Reis can become a very big part of Barcelona, because let's be honest, I would love to say the name Reis every single time that I can. So that's gonna be everything for today's. Hopefully you have enjoyed. The next video is gonna be certainly our preview of the Liverpool versus Barcelona match, which is very, very intense, because the tie is not over, guys. The tie is not over. I think that we have taken a very good step in taking this game very, very seriously, and I'm just very happy because we're gonna have an intense game at Anfield, and that is one of the biggest European nights that you're gonna have. So it's time for Barcelona to go there and win, because I wanna win at Anfield. I don't know about you, but I kinda wanna win at Anfield. So let's do this, guys. Let's do this. Follow me on the channel, subscribe, drop us a like, do that thing, social media, all of that. And I'll go to sleep because it's already like 2:50 in the morning, so I need rest. Ciao.